the 2023 election?
Number one, I have mentioned it before, the policy of the government as regards to redesigning of the Naira and Naira circulation grossly affected this election. There is no government on earth that can take this insensitive decision at the eve of election. You disenfranchise people by denying them the means to go to even the polling unit. You saw a lot of people trekking. Some of them were not even privileged to cast their votes. You see the weaponization of poverty above any other consideration that you can think of. People are terribly hungry and looking for what to eat, by all means. So easy distraction was created because poverty was terribly weaponized. And the government must take responsibility. I have said this, President Muhammadu Buhari must take responsibility for the low turnout of voters. This is the same president who said one of the legacy he wants to leave behind is a legacy of free and fair election. There was no free and fair election. We accommodate what have happened as a nation, but he must take responsibility because the turnout turned out to be the lowest. President Shagari vote that produced as the president of Nigeria was almost similar to the one that produced the current president-elect that we have, which is a shame, which means that we have not moved on as a nation. We are retrogressive instead of moving forward, instead of progressively moving forward, advancing our thinking, advancing our behavior, advancing our conversation. This election happened between three major tribes. I can say it clearly, and which is a great disservice to the country. It's an election between the Yorubas, the Igbos, and the so-called House of Fulanis. You know, the presidential election, which is a shame that at this level we still go on ethnic bigotry, religious bigotry, religious leaders making pronouncements, making endorsements, making insensitive statements, and then you see security agencies aloof to it, showing nonchalant attitude to it. You see the government that is in charge of the security agencies saying nothing about it, as if it is a normal behavior that we should go through as a nation. So a lot of characteristics that have happened before the election influences the entire election as a whole. And that is not good for the country. The executive arm of the government have not done their best before the election because the environment wasn't conducive. It is the executive that is responsible for creating conducive environment for election to take place, not INEC. And I have always said that INEC is not independent to an extent that they do not arrest, they don't have the security agencies to arrest, they do not create conducive environment, they wait for environment to be created for them to deploy sensitive materials. In this case, INEC have done to a large extent marvelously well in terms of mobilization. But was the environment conducive? Were the security agencies properly prepared to deal with agents of saboteurs that have compromised the country? Was the security agencies able to arrest those who compromised the law? And did the INEC order for the arrest of resident electoral commissioners or returning officers for violating the process to be arrested? Were they arrested? So if you do not create these deterrents, I don't see any hope, even in the future election, that things are likely to change. And then we don't have any option. We have chosen democracy, we will go by it. If we refuse to learn in a civilized way, we will learn in a hard way. You know, and so many factors are responsible, created by the government, that determine the outcome of the election, even before the election.